Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to check your grades. So we're going to go into my example course. And inside the example course, it should look very similar to your courses. I just have some assignments in here. So you're going to click on, right over here, you're going to click on grades. And it shows up like this. This is your user report. You can change it, but it's still going to be the same thing. So keep it on your user report. On your user report, you're going to see the grades. So we have Q1 grades, and we have Q2 grades, and then we have the course total. Okay, so when we're looking at grades, what you got to look at, if it's empty, then you didn't turn it in. Okay, most of the time I will try to make sure that there's some feedback over here so that you know that you have to turn it in. Okay, so make sure that happens. Okay, if by chance you see a grade that looks like this, where it's a 50, but it's so you got 100%, so that means it's done. Okay, I wouldn't worry about calculated weight here because we don't have any weights. Nothing is weighted. Everything's done by points. So it's each thing is worth the amount of points. So if it's worth 50 points and you do 50, you get 100%. Okay, so it's nothing is weighted. So I wouldn't worry about the weighted category. You can look here and look at your grade. Here's a 55, but it says a 78. And because it says a 78% is your percentage for your grade, okay, you need to look and read the feedback. And the feedback, this is a discussion board, a forum, and it says please make sure you've made all the replies. So you need to go back to this forum, and I always right-click it, open in a new tab. You need to go back in this forum and make sure that you've made the replies that you need to make. Okay, so so I need to go back and look at and make sure that if it said that you got to make 2 replies, that you've replied to two students and you need to make two replies. So those are the things that you need to go back through and look at. So make sure that you do that in that one. So that would raise your grade right there. Okay. So for right now, for Q1, if you were the fake user, you have a 47% because you turned this one in and we gave you a 0. You're missing this one. Okay, and you're also missing this one. So again, when you're checking your grades, those are the things you're going to look at. You're going to look at and see if there's anything empty that you need to turn in. So this is empty. This is empty. That means you didn't turn it in. You need to look at your low grades. This is 0. Didn't turn it in. No submission. It's late after Tuesday, whatever the date was. So it's late by 5%. So again, if you haven't turned that in, then you can click on that assignment, and I would right-click on it. Make sure that when you're there and you add a submission, okay, that you this is both that you hyperlink it, and you guys that are hyperlinking it are doing a good job, but make sure that you've highlighted it. Just don't put it in there. And I always say open it in a new window, just because it's just easier. Then you don't have to right click it. Okay, if you're going to find it, you say add it. Again, go to your Google Drive, log into your account, make sure that it's your Cherokee County account. Okay, then you see your work, and I'm just going to select a file to upload, so there it goes. Alright, so there it is, and then you're going to save changes. Okay, now, the only thing bad about the grade book, okay, so I've set it, I need to edit it, if I need to edit it, or I need to go back and submit it. Well, I'm done, so I'm going to submit it, and I get this, and I'm going to say continue. So I didn't check it, so I'm going to click it, and I'm going to continue, and it should upload right on in there, so you should see it. There it is. Both of them are there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my grade book, and I'm going to refresh it. And it's not going to show me that I did it, but when I do click on it again, it will show me that it's not graded. This is attempt 1, and it's not graded. Okay, so you can check this to see if things have been graded or not graded, and if you've turned them in. Okay, the other way that you can check it is you come back to the first page,
The check marks right here means that you've done it. Okay, so those are the things that you've done what you need to do. So obviously, a fake user has not yet done this because the name's not there. Okay, so if you look at the checks will tell you right here that you completed that. That most of the assignments are you have to submit it, you have to open it and submit it. These assignments, the forums, you have to submit so many times. Okay, so again, and see, so fake user, you've not made the correct replies because you didn't get it checked off. Okay, so because this isn't a check right here, that means you haven't done everything you need to do for this assignment. Okay, so those are some ways that you can check. You can check your gradebook. So if we go back to our gradebook, you know that if it's empty, you haven't done it. Okay, and we know now that assignment 2, when we look at assignment 2, that yes, you have done it because you've submitted it, and it's now waiting to be graded. Okay, but you know right here this email response is empty, and this is not one in the course. This is an added one from your instructor, and so they will have to add it. Okay, this is your total right here for Q1. So we go by Q1 total. If we were in Q2, we would look at the Q2 total. We really won't look at the course total until the end of the course. And then we'd go from there as far as like what you got. That would, course total here would be like your F1, your final grade. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit in grade discussion.